Alright, so I have no idea why they're announcing this collab now when we are in March, but whatever. Granblue is doing a collab with Full Metal Alchemist on May 15th. Once again, I do not know why they're announcing this shit too much in advance, but here we are. I'm assuming these are going to be the characters that are free. We have Edward and who's going to be Al. Oh, okay. Well, so far that is all we know. But I imagine, I hope they don't do the same thing where they did with like some of the other collabs they've done, to where it's like, you get free characters, but for the other ones you have to summon for it. Because I know with Hunter x Hunter they did that to where you got Gon and Killua for free, but you had to summon for Kurapika and Leorio and Crollo for some reason. So I hope they don't do that because if you've never seen Full Metal Alchemist, it's a really good show. It's really good. It's like up there with the greats. It's pretty short. Just watch Brotherhood if you're gonna watch it because Full Metal Alchemist, like before Brotherhood, it Full Metal Alchemist. When the anime came out, I think the manga was still ongoing, so they kind of had to bullshit an ending for Alchemist. And from what I remember, because it's been a very long time, spoilers. But from what I remember, it's like Edward is like on a train going back home. I don't remember. It's a weird ending, obviously, and then Brotherhood came out, which followed the manga, beat for beat, really good, great characters, great show. Yeah. So if you're gonna watch Full Metal Alchemist, just watch Brotherhood, or I guess you could watch both, but just remember that Brotherhood's a thing. Anyways, yeah. So May 15th, Granblue, Full Metal Alchemist. Edward's probably gonna be free. Yeah. Let's see what people are saying. So if you don't know what this is, I'm not gonna spoil it. Watch the show. I can't believe that this was the first thing that I saw when I scrolled down to the comments. Damn. Honestly, who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down. It's a crazy way to start this. Um, Granblue Fantasy has so many events with alchemy, homunculus involved, so this collab fits in really nicely. Hopefully, they had a good amount of debate conversations between uh, Cog and Edward on alchemy, even if it's just okay. Well, this is unexpected, definitely unexpected. But then again, Granblue Fantasy is the game that does collabs with the most randomest stuff ever. So, in a way, it was unexpected, but at the same time, I'd imagine it was going to happen eventually. Always a delight to see other series characters in Granblue arts. That is true. I didn't even think about that, but that is actually true. Yeah. Typical gotcha, cashing in on a franchise at the height of its popularity. Brother. Hood. Brother. Full Metal Alchemist has been over for a long ass time. The height of its popularity. What are you talking about? Maybe if they would have did this collab when Full Metal had its mobile game, maybe. But even then, the show's been over for a really long time. So, like what? What are you talking about? Unless the bro has insider information that they're gonna remake Full Metal, which I don't think they should. I definitely don't think it should. They should because the OG Brotherhood is just fine the way it is. We don't need it to be prettied up. No, just leave it the way it is because somewhere in the code is gonna get fucked up. So just leave it the way it is, please. Is it just Edward? Hopefully Riza and Roy also joined the collaboration. I imagine they are because when uh, Lost Claudia did that, Roy was a character. I'm pretty sure Riza was too. Even when they did the collab with Epic 7, Riza was free and Roy you had to summon for. Same thing with Edward. And Al? I think. There's more, but so far only Edward has been shown. The collab is in 1 month. 1 month? No. That says May. We're in March. Usually for the Granblue Fantasy collab, now it's 2 free SSRs, probably Edward and Alphonse, 1 free summon, and there will be another 2, but it's going to be in the gacha. So the Steam version doesn't get collabs, right? The Steam version is the same as the browser version, same service through, only interface is different. The collab is next month. Doesn't matter how do you play Granblue. Also, you can play a few of the past collab, such as Code Geass 1 from the side story section. Okay. Is Granblue Fantasy in the US store? I don't see it anywhere. You can change the language to English, where I never knew you could play in the browser on iPhones. Cool things. There's a whole app for Granblue Fantasy. That's how I play it. Though, from what I remember, because it's been a long time since I've had this set up on my phone, but I think it's kind of tedious. You have to go through, like, you have to make an account on the JP side of Apple. You have to, it's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. I imagine it's probably easier now, but yeah. There's a new Steam release if you're interested. For the purpose of this collab, I would not use the Steam version. The Steam version doesn't have non-Psy games IP collabs. They're completely blacked out. The only collabs on the Steam are Pinecone and Shadowverse, since they're... Oh. Wow. Wow, are you serious? Dude, I might have to make a video on how bad they fumbled the Granblue Steam release. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I checked it and that shit says mostly negative. Which, rightfully so, because if you don't know, Granblue Fantasy is a game that's been around for 11 years or something like that. And recently they made a Steam version of the game. And, you're probably thinking, oh, what's wrong with that? They made a Steam version, Everyone can be happy. But the only thing is, with the Steam version, you cannot use your account that you've had for a long time. So the account you've made progress on Google Chrome, your phone, whatever, you can't use that. You have to start all over. And apparently they also don't have other collabs in the game. So if you saw Granblue somewhere and you wanted to play it, and you're like, oh, they have a Steam version, you can't do the Code Geass collab, the other collabs. Like, I really don't understand why they did that. Bad. What the fuck? What the fuck? Alright, that scared the shit out of me. What the fuck was that? But yeah, so, ignore the music in the background if my mic picks it up. But yeah. So, it's just not good. Put Roy and Relink. Come on, do it. Come on. Okay. Man, I really dislike collabs. It's understand if it's good for getting money, but it seriously kills what little immersion I have with the setting. Okay. Then don't play the fucking game. How about that? Don't play the damn game. Like, hey man. Great idea. Great suggestion. However, just don't play the game. There are some gacha games that don't do collabs. You got Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. You got Dragon Ball Legends. You have One Piece Treasure Cruise. You have One Piece Bounty Rush. You have My Hero Ultra Rumble. You have other games that don't do collabs. I don't know what you mean by it destroys your illusion of a game because they do collabs. Anyways. Every gacha game is part of the Re-Neon, whatever. All roads leads to Joker Persona 5. I mean, joke's on you. Granblue survived the fated Persona 5 collab. Only a couple games can say that. What the hell is... Alright, whatever. Anyways, alright. Wrapping up. So, Granblue, doing a collab with Full Metal, begins... apparently next month. This says May 15th, but unless they mean April, no. What do you mean in a? Oh, no, and whatever. 2 months for now. So yeah, if you want to check out Granblue, do not play the Steam version because it sucks. You have to start over, and there are only side games collabs on there, which is not good. But yeah. I just wanted to quickly talk about this, and yeah, I'm excited to see what else is added in here and what is not going to be added. And I can't wait to see my GOAT Edward Elric in Granblue Fantasy Style.